Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new-ish Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama set. This is set number 40658. It has 282 pieces, and I paid $30 for this set. Now, I know there's a little bit of a mixed reaction to this set when it was revealed. I'm not a very big fan at all of the sequel trilogy. I like some parts of them okay, and so I don't have a ton of affinity for these characters or the like holiday variants. I might rather have liked to see this be a original trilogy model, but it seemed like this set was going to have a really short shelf life if it is indeed going to retire at the end of the year. I don't really have a ton of experience with these different holiday sets or the advent calendars or anything like that, so I did want to check it out. I like the other Star Wars dioramas, the bigger kind of display pieces. This is called a diorama, but is not that. It doesn't have the black border and all that stuff, but it still seemed like kind of an interesting scene to take a look at. So I ended up picking one up. So in this video, I'm going to put this together and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama, I wanted to say thanks for watching and then remind you that if you haven't already, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. It helps me a lot. And then I just wanted to talk a bit about the build here. So the first bag, you kind of do the whole base of this and start putting down all of these vents and jumpers and everything. You also build out the bench and the table as well as the back wall. There's actually some interesting building techniques in the second bag of pieces here. First, building this wall as a sub-assembly to get that shape, and then I really liked how this doorway was created with all these different sloped elements. So that was pretty unique, and I also liked the upside down pieces in there. And then the final piece is a lot of details. You do all the Christmas lights and everything, which was interesting because I'm colorblind, but I don't think I had too much problems. And then just a few other decorations, and that completes this build. So now back to the rest of the build and then on to my review for this set. Okay, so here we have the Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama set. Kind of this Christmas, but holiday, winter holiday, I think is good. Or whatever the Christmas special was like the Day of Peace for the Wookiee planet or whatever. Yeah, this is interesting. This is pretty cool. I do have the minifigures kind of on here right now, studded down, but I'll take those off so we can look at those. One of the things I wanted to talk about is the instructions. Now, these are like the newer instructions that have kind of the little top and bottom border and stuff like that. But what I wanted to talk about was the lack of a QR code to scan this for insiders points. They said kind of like most sets after a certain date would have them, and I don't know if this one doesn't just because it's a Lego exclusive or something. I have no idea why this doesn't have one. I actually have another set, the mini like Agrabah Palace or whatever, also didn't have one, and I was a little bit shocked by that because sure, I got points from buying these from Lego, and maybe because they're exclusive, they know that I have these already, so they don't need me to scan this in or something. But it's just a little strange to me. I would have liked, 20 20 extra insiders points is always something that I will do. And I'm a little surprised it's not on here, but if you guys know the reason why, please leave it in the comments below and let me know, because I was a little bit surprised by that. And I can't remember, like, I've been looking at a lot of retired sets or just older sets or different stuff. And depending on when those are from, they may or may not have one. Sometimes like a gift with purchase won't have a barcode on there, and I'm just never really sure. So I was surprised that this one in specific did not have the barcode or the QR code there. So anyway, with that said, we can take a look at the minifigures here, because you do get several of them, and I don't know if people are going to clamor for these or really want these or make these worthwhile here. They are sequel trilogy, like I mentioned at the beginning. So the first one we have here is Rey. It's holiday version, so it's kind of got like a Christmas sweater with a Millennium Falcon knit emblem there. Some good detail in the sweater, I would say. Of course, they are holding a lightsaber with the like black hilt there, which is cool. Hairpiece is really good, but feels pretty standard for Rey. They do have an alternate face. Face printing is really good. Alternate face here, which is nice. Back of the sweater has a lot of dots, a lot of details that kind of look like different stitches. So it's really, really detailed. Nothing on the arms, nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs there. So pretty good Rey. I think that's a fine torso for the holiday. Now, I also don't know if these torsos come in like the advent calendars or not, or if they're like exclusive to this set. I will have to look into that. I might be getting some of the advent calendars this year, so we will see. The next one we can take a look at is Finn. Again, they have their lightsaber here, or a lightsaber here. Another good kind of knit wintry sweater here with the emblem in there, which is nice. And this one is great because it does have printing on the midsection and does have a little bit of printing on the legs, so I really like that. Face printing is fine, hairpiece is fine. It does have an alternate face there, which is comical, and the back printing is really good. So again, another nice sweater there. Face printing, is just okay for me, but I do appreciate that there is a little bit of printing on the midsection and legs there. Then we have Chewbacca. Believe there is nothing holiday about this one. There's nothing particularly special about it. It's just the new way the way they've been doing Chewbacca for some time. This is, I think, the same one that comes in many other sets, so it doesn't have a head piece. It's just all in this torso and head thing. But good to get those. And then we have a couple small things that aren't quite minifigures here. So we have a BB-8. This is nice. This is all prints, and that's pretty good. Nice to get BB-8 there. And then we have a Porg, which is a printed piece here, and then kind of a brick built little thing there as well. So those are the characters here. And then besides the characters, you get this this kind of scene, this little diorama. It does not have that black border like the display dioramas, the adult ones. There is some different stuff here. This food does not stay on there well if I'm turning this all around, so I might just leave that off for just to look at this for ease of viewing. We can turn this over. We can see the base uses some like angled plates or like wing-like plates, a couple bigger plates there. We have like a little bit of a tree, kind of an evergreen Christmas tree or something, a little floral thing. We have this nice band of different color lights, which is great. We do have the little kind of curved seat, which I think is the most Millennium Falcon of this. Same with the kind of checkered table here. This is kind of like a nice walkway. The techniques to make this shape are pretty cool. I also really liked how this shape was achieved there in the wall. It's pretty simple, but I think it looks really nice to get kind of almost an oval or something at kind of an angle there, which I really like. We do have these nice big kind of snowflake decorations there, and that's pretty much most of it. So you build out the bottom, a lot of vents and jumpers. on the base of this thing. So there's tons of places to stud characters down. You could stud them all down on any of these long plates here, or on the jumpers that are put at different intervals there. The bench does have a couple studs on it on either side, so characters could sit there. We could have someone in the doorway. There's a jumper on the floor here, so someone could stand. And that's all pretty nice. And one of the things I do like is there is a place to store some lightsabers kind of tucked away around the rear. And this is how you can kind of see how they did that shape here, at least from the backside. But there's a couple clips built into the wall that can hold 2 lightsabers, which is convenient because there are 2 lightsabers in this set. And then we also have this book, which I was surprised, and this is printed as well, so that's nice. Nothing on the inside, but that's okay. And Ray can maybe hold that. That's how I had them set up initially. We do have this kind of dining table or feast here with a little bit of a glass, maybe a carrot, what it looks like, kind of a red tablecloth here. And then this I would say is like a turkey, but maybe it's a space turkey or something that's akin to a turkey in the Star Wars universe. You put a clip down and a stud, and then the kind of open stud with the bar coming off of it into that. And I thought that was supposed to kind of like keep this on there better, but I found that it does tend to roll off occasionally. So I would have liked, I mean, maybe they just never have this piece able to like connect down, because it'd be really hard to get like a stud out of here. I would like this to be secured a little more, just so it's not going to get knocked around. And I handle my Lego when I look at them, especially for my camera setup like it is. And so it's a hassle to not have that there. But this goes onto the gray jumper that is on the floor there, or on the base there. And the instructions kind of had it at an angle here. And then we can kind of position these characters all around and look at it overall. There's not a ton of play. I mean, I think it is a display oriented set. It's a diorama is what they call it. And so I think it is supposed to be like sat and played with or put out, at a certain time every year. So now I have the Porg up here, BB-8, Rey with her book, Finn and Chewie are both kind of on the bench around the table, and there goes the space turkey, star turkey there. And when they occupy the space, it does look a lot more full and a lot more filled in, and a lot nicer. With all the minifigures removed, it does feel a little bit empty and a little bit lackluster. I think so much of this is the floor space, and the wall kind of takes up a little bit. The tree takes up a little space, but so much floor space here. And I think that makes sense because of just the way that they did the table here, and for the amount of characters. But it does feel like there's a little bit of wasted potential. I maybe could have used another wall, or just more detail, more stuff built out. If I didn't know this was the Millennium Falcon, or part of the Millennium Falcon, would I recognize it right away? I'm not sure. Maybe. I think this kind of stuff does a lot for that. Same for this walkway here. Speaking of that walkway, we can kind of see how it's done. So it uses a bunch of those headlight type bricks, or kind of the stud on the side, the hollow stud on the side pieces there that you can put like a bar through and everything. And you put a couple of those together. We have some of these slopes down here, then you put them on the side, then a couple tiles, then another slope on the side, and then we have those hollow stud pieces on the top. These ones, it's these different ones, and then you feed into those. So this stuff is upside down, but you put in some of these tiles with the bar coming straight up off of it into those 1x2 hollow pieces there, and that's how they make that. And I think that's a really good technique. And then I think using these kind of special 1x3 jumpers, the ones that have the offset kind of look like this, like the kind of longer jumpers. Using those on top to cover up the anti-studs and cover up the bottom of that plate, I think is really smart, because the bottom of these just look way better or way different. I think it would look a little unfinished without that, and that's such a simple technique, a simple thing to do if you're going to have the anti-studs at the bottom of a plate or a brick visible at some points. You know, covering it up with something like this I think is really wise, and so I did appreciate that. So I liked building that. The other walls back here aren't that interesting to build, even if they look nice. The tree is fine. It's just 3 kind of leaf pieces, a couple red studs, and the snowflake piece there, another snowflake piece back here. The characters are all right. I do like the lights with the different colors. It's just the white clip and the translucent studs there, and then the kind of cord that they're on or string is the kind of rubber version of it's flexible, but it has different size parts, so like a clip can go on to every bigger section there, and then in between it doesn't. These are also in the Viking Village set, and I'm sure many other sets, but interesting to see that here. And this is okay. You get, I would say, 3 minifigures, a BB-8, a droid, and the buildable Porg. No stickers or anything in here. Some specialized-ish pieces. They're the Christmas editions. I don't know if those are worth money. They're the sequel trilogy, so I don't know if people are that... if people are like me, they might not be terribly interested in that and would like this with Leia and Han and Luke and R2 and C-3PO and Chewie. I think, and it doesn't even have to be all of those. It could be fewer than that, and I think I would still, like that more. And then the rest of it, I don't know if it screams Millennium Falcon to me. So this is just fine. It's a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed with it. One of the reasons I wanted to get this, though, is because of the limited shelf life. And also, I think I would like to encourage LEGO to make more things like this in the future. Here are the extra pieces. You get an extra of the hilts, extra of like the stem, extra of all of the little translucent studs for the lights. Your tiles, your plates, your 1x1s, your studs, your different stuff. So those are the extra pieces. Good to go. Those. This is 282 pieces. You get the Christmas Ray, Christmas Finn, and then just BB-8, Chewie, and a Porg, which are, I think, just general ones. So that's okay. It's $30 for a little less than 300 pieces, which doesn't feel that bad, honestly, but it doesn't feel great either. It would. I think this could be better. I would like to see LEGO do more stuff like this, though. So I'm happy with that, I think. And if it's true that this is going to retire at the end of the year, this is going to be one of the sets maybe with the shortest shelf life. It's going to be available for a couple of months and then go away, which is surprising to me, but I would like for this to become something that they try again. And so for that, I applaud them. It could be a lot better, so maybe they get better than the next time. I could see people really liking this. I could see fans, people who maybe grew up with the sequel trilogy, who really identify with these characters, really, really liking this, having this out. I could see some people playing with this too, and having a whole little scene here and stuff like that. Potentially, I think it'd be really awesome if this could fit into, if they did like a Millennium Falcon modules style thing like they do the Hogwarts Castle, which I don't think they would ever really do, but if this could fit into something larger, maybe that would be worthwhile. Or if it could fit in, if maybe next holiday they do a different one and they can kind of get them to like match up in some ways to create kind of a bigger thing at the end, I think that would be really nice. Interesting. Good attempt. Not my favorite, not the best value, even though you do get some minifigures and stuff. So this one's just okay. It's kind of a letdown for me. I'm a little bit disappointed, but it is what it says on the tin, or what it shows on the box is about what you would expect, and that's going to keep happening as I keep leaning this over. So it's about what you would expect on the box. Okay, minifigures, okay little diorama set here. So that's all I have to say about that. I think the value is not the best, but either way, I still liked putting this together, liked talking about it, so that's good. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. And if you like my other videos, please click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including possibly more like Star Wars holiday stuff or Marvel holiday stuff, or all different things for the advent calendars I might be looking into, but then just tons of other sets from all different themes, all different shapes, sizes, price points, and piece counts, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. And if you want to support this channel, because I'm not affiliated with any company, I'm not sponsored by anybody, I'm not part of the LEGO Ambassador Network, I pay for everything with my own money, and if you want to give back, you can do that right here through YouTube with memberships and the thanks and the supers and all that wonderful stuff. And I still have the Patreon, which is in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. You can get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive stuff for like videos I'll make about bigger sets and brick conventions and all different things, and maybe some vlog type stuff and tons of different stuff for that. So maybe consider checking that out. Every little bit helps, and I do appreciate it, so thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.